Hello, YouTube. Starting this up. You know, name is J Mac. J Mac the Great. Game tag is Dr. Colonoscopy. I just figured that it's time that I finally act on it. I've always been considering getting serious about my YouTube. You know, deciding what type of content I want to put out. You know, I've always been great at sports games, sports and fightings, especially sports. So getting that chance, it was like, hmm. Well, I see all these people coming out the woodworks. Not having a lot of history. Not saying I have the greatest. Nothing tournament wise, but I figured, hey, it's worth a try. So this is the first. It's no intro right now. It's a little sloppy. I plan on starting soon. I'm in the works of making an intro and whatnot. Um, but besides that, it's gonna be pretty flawless. It's gonna get real professional real quick. I want to be serious, and just want to show everyone talent. Raw talent. Anybody can do it. If you put your mind to it. So let's get into this. This is my first crew game. I haven't really been playing the my player that much, well, my career. So the player suffers. He's only 66, but because I know the mechanics, I know basketball, I'm able to hang with all of these 99s and 90 pluses and make my player look like he's a lot better than he is because I play to his advantages. So, of course, there's stops I don't make that I should have made if I was higher rated, but at the end of the day, I still performed better than people who have a higher rated player than me. So that says a lot. And with that, it just shows that if you understand a game more than just a game, you have an advantage over people who just have the ability to get high rated. You know, they say talent talent is good, but hard work will always be talent, and it's true. Because I could use the biceps and easily scrape up the Heat. You know, if it comes down to it, I don't think I'd put myself in that type of position, but maybe. Who knows? I might record it just to prove it. Because there's a lot of people 700 wins, 100 losses, still catch a L. So it's not saying it can't be done. I've done it tons of times, and I plan on. So yeah, let me get into this this gameplay. I'll get back into explaining who I am. At a later date. As I build a fan base and people want to get to know who J Mac is, Dr. Colonoscopy. And yes, I did have the other gamer tag, Dr. Colonoscopy, with the proper spelling, because I know that's the first thing people say, but it was banned. So because of that, I don't have the ability to switch back. I haven't tried in a few years, so I may, somebody may have taken it by now, but yes, I do know that Dr. Colonoscopy is spelled with a O, but you get the point. So, I'm 6'6", play 6'6". I'm not 6'6" in real life. I'm only 6 feet, but my player is 6'6". He's a 2, but I had him running at 3 because we were a little undersized. So I figured I'll still be able to compete at the 3 rather than trying to size up and go to the 4. I felt that would be a little irrational, unrealistic, and just leave me at a disadvantage. So I decided to stay here at the, you know, at the 3. But of course, I was a little antsy. First game, trying to do too much, trying to be Mr. Hero. A player got my matchup took off a little bit. I felt like I could have defended him better, but at the end of the day, I I did work. Did work for 66, and I just can't wait until I'm actually higher rated. Then that's really gonna show people talent and hard work. The combination is lethal. Um, so yeah, it's just they ran the break. They was a little off of it. But with us, mind just five of us. We just only player that I know I've had on my crew before when they had crew was the center, and we usually we run really solid, and it shows. I know when he's going up for a shot. I know his tendencies, so I was able to feed off of that and manage to get some free rebounds or a free steal from his man because I knew that he would step off and allow it to look like that he was open. So it's like pretty much here, I'm not trying to demand the ball only because one, my guy's not that efficient. He's still 6'6", so forcing it isn't the same as forcing it offline um, against the computer because against the computer that you can easily abuse the computer if you know your moves. But a human player, they have the stats to get that little extra edge on you. So with that, I tried to play basketball, true basketball. Hustle. This is a great hustle play right here. I seen that they would triple the team, and so I decided to run back door. I got the easy layup, under the basket. There was no chance that the person was gonna stop me. So with that, I just like that 2K has a lot of realism. I do notice that it's stiff at times, very stiff, but they did a good job at making it closer to a simulation. I mean, I haven't seen too many like glitches in terms of hands going through the ball. Of course, if you have a player going over another player, of course, it's not to look absolutely smooth, but it does seem to have a little bit more realism in terms of contact between player and whatnot. So I do like that. I feel like each player does have its presence per se, you know. But um, I'm just gonna try to stay on topic to this game for the rest of the game. Um, they weren't exactly including me in the offense, but at the same time, we didn't have an offense, so it was more street ball. You know, it was pretty much you play to who's open, and if everyone's running, believing that they can shoot, then of course, then some people get more open than others. It comes out to skills, but I used my hustle. I used the fact that I knew knowledge. Of course, I was a little overzealous, so many reaching, but I used the knowledge of actually playing basketball to my advantage. So with that, um, I did pretty decent for 66. You know, a little nice little cut. I mean, I wish my guy would have finished there, but I stayed to the play. Ended up helping knock the ball loose. So it, I'm I'm there. I'm still there. Even though my player is not 99, he's still harassing. He still gets steals, points definitely, and I still, I'm efficient still. So that's always a positive thing. As long as you're efficient, then someone can't say, you were the problem. Especially when you can show them that you weren't. Um, I like that on this possession, I think I had a pull up. Yeah, I pulled up, decided, I had a nice little mid range. Could have took the drive, but I didn't. Plays athletic, so his stats are to driving, and I'm trying to get my dunk high enough to get to get posterizer, because then that's when my points would update a lot. But that's, I slowly, surely, you know, took the crazy lane to the basket. They must have thought I had a jumper because they ran up on me instead of standing back. But, in crew, you have to always, especially street human play, you have to assume everybody has a jumper. Because if you don't, then they'll be raining the lights all day, and then you find out that your team is losing because of it. Um, I feel like that play right there was a little off. He could have decided to kick it in. He wanted the points. I don't blame him for it, but I feel like it was a bad decision to be made. Now, I'm just kind of trying to position myself to the ball as best as possible. You know, this play, I feel like this was kind of my fault. I forgot that, being street, it would be called backcourt. So if I'd have maybe ran up a little faster, I would have probably got to him. But that time, it was my fault. But, you know, hey, it's the best way to become better. You got to accept your responsibility. A lot of people wouldn't do that. Trust me, believe it. Um, but I really like this race right here. We had a lot of good players. We had a lot of good players. I feel like a few of them weren't exactly the most efficient, but definitely in terms of stats overall, they were up there. So we managed to do what we had to do, get the job done. Spoiler alert. Didn't mean to drop that spoiler, but yeah. So right here, my man is he's kind of killing right now, but at the same time, you can see that most of his stats lie in his driving ability rather than his shot. So because of that, that did benefit me, and it's a great steal right here. Uh, I was trying to pump fake, but he knocked the ball loose. So because of that, I had to pick up the ball. But sorry. Back to touching base back on him, the player. You know, he was a better driver. So I know how to lock down the lane. Unless you mix me, you're not getting by me. I'm a lock down. Shane Battier. But matter of fact, better yet, Bruce Bowen. I kick you in your face if need be too. Um, but I feel like it got real sloppy here. I feel like it's close to the end of the game. Everyone's starting to feel nervous. That was a good kick out for me. I wish he would have finished because that finish would have really put us up and almost sealed the game because in street, the first person at 19, especially if you have 2 or 3 points, you can kind of control what you want to do. You can you can make them fair. You can make them fair to jumper, or you can make them fair. You just taking an easy shot for the points because it's 1 by 2 now, which is positive because in last year it was simply first one to 21. Everyone would be tired and stressed out in 19 because even if you had 20, you could still lose on the next shot. But now that it's best first one to 1 by 2, 21, I made it a lot better. So making that, it was just like perfect. And my guy, you see, still getting rebounds, under that basket, hustling. I'm really there, and it shows. It shows because these little hustle plays, these points where second opportunity, third opportunities, is because I didn't take off down the court knowing that it's still a scrap for the ball, and everyone, first thing they trying to do is try to see if they kick it down. They're not thinking that they need to protect the ball. So, that's a perfect time to hit in and try to steal the ball a little bit. You try to steal the ball there, you get a little extra few scraps here and there. My guy's really playing crucial points at the end of this game. Like, you see my presence all over the end of the game. And I really like this right here. His first crew game, we won. It was great. I'm glad we won. I don't think that'll be the crew I'll stay with in the long run, but for now, Killem is the way to be. So I'm glad you enjoyed. You can see my stats here. I put up numbers for 66. So, ooh, Killem is the way to be. You know, but signing out, J Mac. Call me the Doc or J Mac, your choice. Holla.